perform this play, the spirits of my parents are flying around the stage. You know, I don't think a show like this is ever finished. I don't feel like I'm my actual age, so don't worry about me, I'm fine.
The show has been around 10 years or so with you, or at least the performances from the public and the subsequent Broadway. Then it was kind of put down for a nap for a little bit to revive it. Tell me about how it revitalized you and how it revitalized the show.
You know, I don't think a show like this is ever finished, in my opinion. I think it's constantly evolving, adding songs, taking songs out, morphing characters into each other, tying up ends in the story that hadn't been tied up before. So it's constantly evolving. It's an organic process. I'm excited by where we are at this moment, but I still don't think it's over in terms of, you know, actually finishing it. I'll finish it when I croak.
Well, that's a beautiful thing, or not, but it's beautiful to continue working on something until you're done with it. I was looking back at an old interview that we did at the Public, and you were talking about how Brian Yorkie, I guess who did the book, was, you know, saying some of the songs that you did at the Public performance, you know, he kind of said, no, those aren't going to work in the show. Tell me how you reworked some of the music that you wanted into this tour that might not have made it to the Broadway production.
You know, the Broadway experience was all about winnowing stuff away, taking stuff out that wasn't telling the story. But now we have everything back. You know, it's a balancing act. But you know, I was part of that process. I enjoyed that process. I'm good at cutting things, but I'm also good at bringing things back.
Coming back from Paris. So last set of shows, tell me how those went for you.
We opened in Amsterdam in February. We did 3 weeks there, and then we've just finished 3 weeks in Paris. The audience reaction has been fantastic. The critical reception has been amazing. It couldn't have gone better. So I'm feeling very bullish about coming to New York in June with this new production, great cast, and an amazing set, an operatic splendor of amazing. We're building a ship on stage, a real one. The debt would be paid in the form of a story, to tell a story about my community.
This story is deeply personal for you. Obviously, it has a lot to do with your father and, of course, your entire family and growing up. Does it still get emotional for you to perform it?
It does. In many ways, I'm trying to pay a debt back to my community that I owe. My community made me who I am. They gave me a sense of dignity, a sense of work ethic that I still have. I wanted to thank my community and my parents, and telling the story is a way of doing that. I think for psychological reasons, you know, when you escape a community to have a different kind of life, part of you wants to go back and actually make amends. So this is my way of making amends.
You've always been able to introduce fresh new music. Tell me how important it is, you know, at this point in your career to put out something that is relatively fresh, new, and personal.
I think it's always important for an artist to surprise the audience, so that the audience will never quite know what you're going to come out with next. And without that surprise, you flatline. So I'm always looking for novelty in whatever I create. And so this is a new challenge for me. It's a new challenge for the audience.
What else is interesting is that we have these grand performances of The Last Ship, but then we're also going to have a Sting tour that's kind of mixed into this. You're basically a very young man who's been at this game for a very long time. How do you find that energy?
Well, I think performing is largely athletic. Performing live is an athletic pursuit. As I've always been fit. I'm still fit. I feel like I'm 16. I don't feel like I'm my actual age, so don't worry about me. I'm fine.
What is the regimen like for you? Are you working out before shows, or are you preparing for the tour?
Pretty disciplined in the way I run my life. So I'm in training all of the time for both my band leader role in the band and also my role in the play. I can do both.
Obviously, we need to have a mental and emotional escape. What is it for you? Is it family? Is it something special you like?
You know, when I perform this play, the spirits of my parents are flying around the stage. My brother saw the play in Amsterdam a month ago, and he was a wreck, complete wreck. It's a very emotional experience for him and me.
Are you doing anything that for fun, that like kind of is an escape?
This is the greatest fun of all. I mean, being on stage is fantastic fun. It's sport and fun.
So nothing like dogs. I know you're into dogs and stuff, raising dogs. I mean, is anything like that? Is it like kind of to take you away from the?
Well, I mean, my wife's into dogs. She just won Crufts dog show with one of her dogs, but you know, I just have one little dog, but she has big dogs.
It's just playing for you. It's just getting out there and telling your story night after night when you can.
That's what I want to do with my life.
Once this ends, this last ship, you said it's never really over. Is this something that you plan on bringing back at different intervals, say after the Sting 3.0 and stuff like that?
Sure, on this tour of this production, we will learn things about the piece that we didn't know before, and that will inform however it evolves the next time. I want to keep going with this.
And then lastly, you know, back when I was young, you know, rock stars hit 35 or 40 and they were old. Now you're about to approach a very big birthday. What is it about music these days that allows us to play into, well, forever? I mean, when the Stones stop, I'll know what that age is.
Yeah, I mean, I look at the Rolling Stones. I know they're not touring this year, but you know, you look at Mick, who is an athlete, performing still the same way he performed when he was 20. So he's a kind of template for everyone. So I have a great deal of respect for Mr. Jagger.
And so you plan on doing this for a very long time?
You know, until I'm too old and stupid to do it anymore. When the hook comes out, the Gong Show.
That's brilliant. Anyway, I can't wait to see you again.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Nice to talk,
sir.
Thank you.
Thanks.